Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. So as all this new information keeps popping off all day, every day, especially now it's Monday, CM Punk is posting a bunch of new entrances and stuff like that. So we're going to take a look at AJ Lee's new entrance and her character model for the game. We're also going to look at the new mechanics for entrances, interactive entrances, setting off your own pyro, how that all functions and everything. And also, what does that mean for Create a Wrestler this year, or should I say create an entrance and create a victory? Do we also have new create a victory motions? We're going to go over all that today. Without further ado, let's go talk WWE 2K26. So here we are over on the Ringside Report. Now I took all the videos and stuff that they've posted for entrances so far as of the making of this video. We got our first look at AJ Lee. We'll look at that next. But to start off the video, I want to show off the cool new entrance interactions that you can do while you're playing the game. One of my biggest gripes in pretty much any wrestling game is the entrance, like the automatic motions, but they fixed that a little bit in 2K25 where you can change the camera. It looks like they took it a step further, and now if you, as we'll watch here, you can set off your pyro. I think that's really cool, and it looks like if we look here that you have a face taunt to the crowd maybe, and a heel taunt to the crowd maybe. That's going to be super fun. This will make, like, because there's supposed to be better audience interaction or audience like noise, if that makes sense, where if you're being a jackass, they're going to boo you. If you're being a baby face, they're going to cheer you. That is so cool. So this will really set the tone for all your creative wrestlers. That's why I love this. This is why I want to make a video on this. I just finally had time to do it because so much stuff's going on with work and everything and trying to make other videos. I finally got around to it, and it looks like you could set the pyro off as much as you want. But it's weird that it has like this build up to it. I wonder if there's like, the harder you press it, the bigger the explosion. I wonder if that's the case. Now, as we're looking at this, I'm going to just replay a bunch because I don't want to get to the next section too fast. This is going to be a complete game changer for create an entrance. Now, all you have to do is just like Fight Forever, you just literally probably pick your pyro, you pick your entrance, and then you don't have to worry about, like, if you've ever messed around with creating an entrance and a custom entrance where you're trying to set up the pyro perfectly. Mr. Dubs and I talked about this on one of our collaborations where I used to do it in the old games. I haven't done it since it was first introduced a long time ago. But in the newer games, you have to really try to set up when you want your pyro to go off, and it's a nightmare. It's a pain. And it's very difficult to get it just right. And then you go back and watch it, and for whatever reason, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't work right. You're like, what the heck's going on? So with that being said, this should fix that problem. This should pretty much wash that all away, because now you have full control over your pyro. And I even said that in our little chat that we had. I said, why don't I just give you full control like AEW Fight Forever? It makes way more sense, right? Well, it looks like they did that. I don't know like how many options they're going to have, but this is cool. Now, I can't wait for them to actually show the babyface and heel actions, right? Maybe the entrances are going to be simplified this year, or maybe they're going to be even more complex. Because as you can see, we have a heel and face thing, and they don't do anything. What's cool about this, for those of us that don't want them to mess with the create an entrance, it looks like they make it to where you can just still watch it. They're covering all their bases here, and I think that's a really cool touch. Like, let's say you like the entrances how they are, you don't want all the interactions. You could probably have this stuff disappear so it's not on the screen, because let's face it, if you're trying to make videos or record entrances without all the stuff on the screen, I'm sure they'll have something there. It says toggle info, so yes, you could probably definitely get rid of it. What I'm happy about is that it still has the third-person camera control, the spectate camera. That's cool. I was a little worried they might have to get rid of that to do this pyro stuff. No. This is one of the reasons why they've dropped last gen, is so they could get all this stuff working. I don't think they could get all this to work on last gen consoles because there's just too much going on. I mean, they set pyro off throughout his entire entrance, and that's crazy to me. Also, he looks awesome. Now, on to AJ Lee's entrance. And unfortunately, I can't play the music because of copyright issues. Excuse me, I had a cough there. But I feel like her entrance should have been a little more glamorous. If that makes sense. It feels like they just had her run in there, do the entrance once, and then that was it. It's awesome having her back. To me, her face doesn't look 100% right. But that's me. Other than that, she looks great. I think the last one she was in wasn't it 2K14? Sound comments below. But yeah, it's awesome having her in it. I feel like her entrance should have been like her running around the ring a few times. I don't know. I just feel like it just needs something. It just needs that little cherry on top to make it a little better. So that's really awesome to see AJ Lee finally. And then Blake Monroe. They posted this, I want to say yesterday. And this has got to be one of the greatest character models I've seen so far. Her hair looks great. The model looks great. Now, this is a recording off of X. So it's going to be a little fuzzy on my screen. So don't be like, why is it so fuzzy? It's because it's a recording of a recording of a recording. So keep that in mind. But the animations, the hair physics, they still need a little work. But I feel like next year we're going to get a massive overhaul on the hairstyles. This year they really focused on gameplay and quality of life stuff, like body morphing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm all for it. If everything else comes next year, perfect. Awesome. But yeah, this is one of the greatest entrances I've seen so far. Animations, music's really good. It just looks amazing. And if you're a Blake and Monroe fan, yeah, come on. So there's her entrance. That's pretty awesome. And real quick, before we keep going here, one thing I keep forgetting to mention as we do this is make sure you remember these are all going to be creation parts too. All their clothes should be available in the creation suite. So that's really cool. So you get her gear, her awesome boots. Her boots look awesome, by the way. We'll skip ahead here because we just watched this. And then Blake Monroe's suit. I might use that for my, because it just looks really cool. And you should probably be able to take it and add in the materials you want. So if you want to make it like neon or plastic or whatever you want to make it look really cool, you could do that. Yeah, I really like this gear. I stole Tiffany's last year for my Strizer character. So anyway, I just think this gear is really cool. I'll probably steal it because you can probably make this all light up. I just wish the hairstyles were available because I'd give that hairstyle to my also because I really like the hairstyle too. Cool. And we'll keep going forward here. One of the best character models so far. My phone. Every time I make a video, my phone decides to go buzz, buzz, buzz about 1,000 times. Then we got Dominik Mysterio at the Crown Jewel. His model got a massive upgrade. It doesn't look like it when we're watching like recordings of their entrances, the videos. But if you play this on your big screen TV off of the console without it just being a video feed, I guarantee you it's going to look phenomenal. It might even be 60 FPS if you have like a PS5 Pro or a high-end PC or a Series X. I'm hoping that the entrances are 60 FPS. But with the new camera controls, sorry, I'm going off of like 2 hours of sleep, so I keep messing up my words here. If we go off the new camera controls, I have a feeling that the frame rate's not going to be that great. I feel like they're going to lock it at 30 because of all the new options. Because if you're setting off endless pyro and you're doing all these different animations during your entrance, I feel like it's going to chug. So I have a feeling entrances are going to be, regardless of your hardware, locked at 30. I think that's what's going to happen this year, mainly because of the new pyro controls. And what's cool is, like I said earlier, you can hide the buttons here. So that's really awesome. All right, then on to the next one. CM Punk, which I believe we saw already. Let me see how much is left here. Okay, yeah. So CM Punk's entrance was the first one they showed when they unveiled the game. I'll skip ahead here a little bit. But again, creation parts, the championship. For his entrance, I would say look at how the title fits over his jacket. Because since day one, ever since they introduced championships as like a pretty much an add-on for your character's entrance, they never really fit right. It's so difficult for them to do because it's a separate object. You can't have it form fit to the character. It still looks like it's a little floaty, but the belt itself looks awesome. And what's hilarious is every time they have a jacket, it makes the strap like super long and huge. I always think that's funny. But I don't know. And someone asked in my comments, if when you create a custom entrance, does that mean, when you have it go to this scene, to this scene, to this scene, is your championship going to stay on, or do you still have to have a separate create a championship entrance? One of the reasons why I stopped doing my own custom entrance is because it doesn't keep the championship on them the whole time. Because for some reason it would crash and mess up. Maybe they figured that out this year. We don't have that information yet. I hope somebody asks that in the next coming weeks. I guarantee you, as soon as I upload this video, they're probably going to show off all the entrances and how it all works and everything, because they were kind of teasing it with CM Punk dropping that. So hopefully I get to upload this video and get some views off of it. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while because one of my most requested features for these games is some sort of interactivity with your entrance to the ring, because it gets boring when you watch the same animation over and over. And they started doing it in 2K25. And I begged, I'm like, please add in, allow us to control pyro, allow us to do other stuff. No, it sounds awesome that they decided to do face taunts, heel taunts. I'm guessing that's what that is. We haven't had the confirmation yet. But anyway, on to Naomi here. Probably one of the best character models also. Her and Blake Monroe look fantastic. Her hair looks amazing. See, when they actually take the time, or let me change that. When they actually have the time to work on a character model, look what they can do. The time constraint's crazy. 400 wrestlers? I have a feeling that Ultimate Warrior and a lot of the legends are going to look exactly the same. But some of the new wrestlers that they actually had time to, work on are going to look phenomenal. Look at Naomi. She's one of the best looking ones. And the neon looks super awesome. Because I always use the neon for my wrestlers and stuff. Because I've tried to make it look like they're from the future. That is just so cool. But I think that's more of a blacklight thing than neon. But I think it's cool regardless. She looks phenomenal. That's awesome. So there you have it. Those are all the entrances that they've posted as of the making of this video. I have a feeling we're going to have a bunch more drop tonight. And keep an eye on the channel, because I have a feeling they're going to show off the showcase tonight on Monday Night Raw. If I'm still awake, because I have to go to work tomorrow and get up at 1 a.m. Pacific time, I'll run up and make a video real quick before I go to bed talking about it. Otherwise, I'll get to it tomorrow when I get off work. As always, thank you for watching. What do you make of this? Are you excited for the new interactive entrances? I think it's awesome. The more stuff we can do, I don't know if they can give us full control like I've been asking for, like in Wrestling Empire. But this is I want to say this is probably better than that, because then you don't have to worry about walking to the ring and doing stuff, and I don't know, it makes it more of a fun interactive mini game, if that makes sense, for your entrance. Try to hit all the cues, try to hit the timing of the pyro. That's cool. And what's funny is I even mentioned this last year and years before. So it's cool that there's like-minded people thinking about this stuff. Plus AEW started this with the short 10-second entrances and the pyro and stuff. But if you combine Wrestling Empire and this, I feel like this is a happy middle ground. So I'm all for it. And of course, we got to look at the WrestlePalooza arena, which looks awesome. Man. For a first time in a very long time, I am very excited for 2K26. Sound in the comments below, and as always, stay frosty.